How much? 559? 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85. It's 5. I got 529. That's all I've got. Hey, good morning everybody. Burke here from Profit Picker. Getting ready to go out to an estate sale this morning. Got an early start here. It's about 6:30. Sale starts at 8. The pictures look really awesome, so I think it's worthwhile getting up this early, and hopefully I'm pretty close to the first in line or within the top 15, 20, and get some good stuff. It should be great. I saw model airplanes, I saw baseball stuff, I saw all kinds of vintage clothing and everything. So got to get there, buy some good stuff, make some big profits. Let's get to it. You know, you try to get to these sales and you want to be the first there. There's no way I'm going to be. There's going to be a line. But you just know this is going to be a great sale. And you wish you could snap your fingers and be there. But I can't. All I can do is toot my horn. Anyway, it's going to be good. It's very exciting. I think it'll probably be the only sale I go to this morning because there's going to be so much there to get through. So I hope it's one of those where I'm climbing up into the rafters and opening up boxes. I mean, we all know that's the exciting stuff, is to open up a box that nobody's opened up and to see what's in there. And hopefully you find a treasure. So keep my fingers crossed that's what happens here. A lot of cars out here, a lot of cars. Oh, big line.
Been too far.
It's right there. Hi guys.
Hi there.
I'm just gonna switch one. 24, 25.
Great.
All right, thank you.
Okay, number 25. So as I'm in the garage here, and this is about 15 minutes later because my camera had some issues, but I'd already purchased or put aside one of the big airplanes out in the driveway. But there was so much stuff to go through in this garage. There was balsa wood. Right here, there's one of the remote control airplane controllers, and saw that. I was pulling things down and trying to get comps on so many different things. This particular one, so hard to tell if something like this was going to work, so I can't really use a comp that was actually working. It wasn't worth it. And I've been in the garage now for about 45 minutes actually pulling things out and going through all the drawers. I love to go through the toolboxes to see if I can find Snap-on, but basically in there was a lot of Craftsman stuff and just generic type tools. So I decided to venture into the house finally after looking through the garage, and every room was just pretty much packed with stuff. This particular room had some vintage clothing, and I went through looking for the right type of brand names and stuff, but I didn't really find anything that I had to have in this particular closet. So after I checked out most of the shirts and stuff, I decided to move on to something else because I still know I needed to get back in that garage again once I got through the house. This particular room here, one of the things that caught my eye here is this hat, and I don't know why it was still sitting there because this garage sale has been going on now, or the state sale has been going on now for about an hour, and it was still there. And I look in the tag of this hat, the Nike hat, and obviously I realized that this was made in the USA, so it was worth looking up comps. And as soon as I saw the comps pull up on this hat, that hat had to become mine. It was a good hat, so I grab it. Looking on the bookshelf, there's this box. There was all kinds of interesting things to look through. Most of the things when it comes to books, I really don't have great knowledge in, but this particular box was a computer game box. I opened it up. There was no game inside it, but the box was really cool, and the comps, if it was good, were good. So I grabbed the box, moved on. Here's just a drawing, but it didn't seem that interesting, and I couldn't tell. I think it was just a print. It wasn't really hand drawn. It was signed, but I didn't know enough about it. I kind of flipped it back towards the wall in case I wanted to come back and look for it again later, maybe. But I didn't. And here there was a bunch of IBM boxes. These are old vintage IBM computer parts and things like that, but nothing of interest once I opened them up. In the backyard in this shed, now this is where it gets crazy. This place is filled with all kinds of ammunition, gunpowder. Up here to the top right there, that's all lead. Those wooden boxes are filled with lead. And a guy came in actually and he bought all that lead. But these military boxes down, the ammo boxes, were filled mostly with gunpowder. I decided not to buy any of the gunpowder. I really don't know how to sell the gunpowder and get rid of it. I don't have any use for it myself. Maybe someday I'll learn how to actually resell gunpowder. So I move on, go back through the house, get back into my comfort zone, which is the garage, which I love. Again, there's still people wandering around inside here. It's endless people. There's so much to go through, and I start to look through in a little more close detail than I had my first go around, and start pulling boxes down and digging deeper into these shelves, and it turns out to be worthwhile for me looking deeper in these shelves. And people didn't seem to be pulling boxes out of here, and I don't understand why. I love to pull boxes off shelves. I love to get up in there. I was climbing up on these shelves and reaching back far. That's where I find the treasures. And I look down low. I get down on my knees and look down underneath there. Sometimes you got rat poop down there. Sometimes you got spiders down there. But you got to get down and pull those boxes out and see what you get. This particular box is a box I was really happy to pull out. And inside this box was the brake master cylinder, which you will see here. A really good find. All this paperwork that's inside it tells me exactly what it is that I'm looking at. Then I run upon these baggies that have some of the engines for these RC planes. I've been looking for these motors in there. Could not find this. There were so many airplanes in this garage, which you aren't seeing right now, but the motors had to be somewhere. I found a couple of them right here and put those quickly into my bag. Lots of people were looking for engines and could not find any engines. This is just a little ratchet set. I put it in my bag. And here, let's see here, pause for a second. And in here, I find these drawers inside the garage. I find lots of ammunition. And I start looking through all these drawers to find if there's anything in particular that I can recognize that I want. And so I grabbed some of it, but not that knowledgeable when it comes to the ammunition. But I didn't think I needed to be that knowledgeable to buy some of it. So I think I took my share That's what this person seemed to have been doing, is filling lots of shells. Had the materials for it. This is a really super old plane, which I did pick up. It was in the rafter there. Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around for the review. It was an incredible day at that estate sale. Really only made it to one estate sale. Garage sale today was about 3 hours that I spent there, and it was amazing. As you saw, it was jam-packed, and I think I came away with some really great buys here, these model planes. But anyway, let's just jump right in. You saw what I picked. I'm just gonna I guess I get hidden when I open this thing up. I've run out of room in here, but I wanted to show you this, because this was a major purchase right here. This is not working. This should just be an outtake because this is very clumsy. Let me see if I can recover from this. All right, this is from Advanced Adapters, and inside this box, as I uncovered it in that garage, as you know, I love to buy old car parts, and if I see something that looks precision machined and it's a car part, well then just as good for me, whether it's new, old, I don't really care, I'm buying it. And this was no different situation. This right here, I saw this when I opened this box. I dug this thing out, and it turns out, doesn't look that impressive here in the video, but this is a, it's called, actually all the instructions and everything are inside this box. A slave cylinder assembly, which is a master cylinder. This has to do with the brakes of the car. This actually goes to a some kind of a Jeep, I believe. Inside this box, because I didn't know what this was necessarily during my pick, but inside the box is an invoice and a description of what's in this box. And when this person bought this back in 2007, they paid $755 for what's in here. And I've gone through this box and matched up the contents to this invoice, and it's all here. So what can I get for it? I really don't know. I'm not going to get retail pricing for it when I sell this on the open market, but I am going to get $300. I would say a minimum of $300. And so that was a great purchase. Let's put this off to the side here. Keep in mind that we paid $525 for everything that I picked up today. And why do we pay $525? Because that is everything that I had in my pocket. I guess I should have brought more money with me. I didn't anticipate spending more than that. So anyway, at the end, you saw I got a discount on my checkout because I didn't have enough money. So I will pay that lady back eventually in the future. I've been to her estate sales before. I will make it up to her, like she said. I think I owe her $30. Do I owe her more? Maybe I owe her more. I think I owe her $30. Anyway, so let's just move on. These are simple things. There was a ton of ammunition. There was a ton of materials for filling shells and stuff. I don't know what this person was into, but he had enough shells and gunpowder to have a small army. When I saw these are all filled shells. I decided that I should just buy these because a lot of them were needed to be filled. I know very little about ammunition. I've purchased ammunition pretty regularly here in the recent in my recent past, and I don't know why I'm finding it so often, because it's so difficult to find. I guess it's hard to purchase. I don't buy in the open market shells and stuff like that, but I do know that there's a huge value to it all. These are big shells. I hope the camera can make these out. These are big, but I have them. And here's some other things that I don't know very much about, but these are the tips, and they're labeled what they're for. I guess that's probably a 308. Anyway, that's enough of the ammo stuff. I'm going to move the ammo stuff out of the way because the meat of this, what I purchased today, is all up here, and this is incredible. This person was obviously a big builder of model airplanes, and he made a lot of his own parts. I could see in that. You might not have picked it up in any of the footage, but he was making his own fuselages in a lot of cases, and must have been a really great, really good miller of pieces and parts. Which brings me to this stuff. After we talk about this cool hat right here, I saw this. This is a Nike hat, says USA. When I looked at the tag on the inside and I saw that this cap was made in the USA, I thought that makes this pretty unique cap to begin with, and it had to be vintage, being made in the USA and being Nike, because what does Nike make that is made in the USA? Probably about that now. So this dates back to, after research, this is like the 96 Olympics. And this hat, I see comps, people listing for 80 bucks for this hat, but I don't know exactly what they're selling for. I think that this cap's gonna go for about $40. $40 cap, that's pretty good. We'll take it. All right, moving right along. Got this. I found this. This is actually, this could have been really cool, but you never know what's super cool and what's only kind of cool. This one is a BattleTech game, IBM software, and I think this goes dated back to 1998. I forget here. I think it says, so this dates back to 1988, and inside this box, unfortunately, is no game. It's just the box. It's just the box. Bummer, but not that bad of a bummer, because probably paid $0 for this box. And the box alone is probably going to bring me 25 bucks, maybe 30 bucks for the box, because try to find the box without the game. If this had the game in it, we were talking, you know, upwards of 100 bucks, I would say. If it was the Mac version, I think I saw comps well up over a couple hundred, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think that was. Anyway, good purchase. Don't pass up. Do not pass up just plain old boxes. If you find a box without the content and it's a cool box and the content would have made it really valuable, get the box. You can sell it. All right, moving right along, and we're going to open some of these things up, and I'm going to show you what's actually inside these things. We're going to do it outside of the bus because I can't do it here for obvious reasons. Before I do that, with all these planes in this garage, I knew there had to be engines in there. The engines are super valuable, and people were looking for the engines, and I couldn't find them. Nobody could find them. Eventually, I uncovered a couple of engines, and anyway, so this is what they kind of look like. This one here is an OS Max. This would actually fit right here. You'd have this little engine thingamabobber, cool engine. Somebody's gonna want this. You know, it's a as is. It's probably a $45 to $60 engine, just like this. Same thing. I'm not gonna unwrap this one, but same deal with this one here. Somewhere between 45, 60 bucks. So that all adds up when we start putting all this together. But we're gonna move these engines out of the way. This was really, I just saw these. It was in the package. They're not worth much more than this old price tag set, which is $739. Wheels for these planes. Anybody need wheels? Okay, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move some of these big bad boys. We're gonna get them outside of the bus. We're gonna show you what they look like because they have some great value. This one here, they were asking $200 for when I got to that sale. I did get him down almost immediately. The very first thing I did was to get him down to $150 on this one, and then I just kept searching for others. But let's get outside the bus, take a peek. Okay, let's take a closer look at some of these planes. If you run into these, and you might, because I've run into them a couple times recently. If you run into these old planes, and you can tell by the packaging if they're old or not, you need to really take a close look at them and probably buy them. They have really good value. There's a lot of model builders out there, and those model builders are fanatical about these older style planes, these made in the USA kits and stuff. This one here is made by this company Top Flight, and they're radio controlled. And if you can see the scale of what this really would become, right here, you can tell by the way this guy's standing next to it, if that's in the camera. This is a big plane. This is a 5-foot wingspan, 60 inches. So anyway, they were asking for this one. They were asking $125 for it. We negotiated these down as a package deal at the end, but you can see inside here what's included in a box like this. So you've got all the instructions, the decals, these instructions are really detailed and they're really cool, and there's just a lot of balsa wood in here, and it's exciting for me to see how much balsa wood and parts and things that are in this box. I don't even build these things. I can only imagine what it's like if you're a builder of models to open up a box like this and see everything in there and see it all intact and know that you can build this thing and fly this thing. It's got to be pretty cool. So anyway, that was this one here. Keep in mind, we paid $525 for all of these. This one here, my guess is, and I'll be flashing comps up, but it's well over a $200 plane, maybe $300. I'm not sure yet. We'll find that out later on as time goes. Same thing with this one. This is probably no different. I don't even think I've opened this one up. Some of these I don't think I even opened up before I bought them. Okay. This might sound weird, but it's kind of a surprise to me, even that everything is in here. So I'm just noticing that this is partially built. Somebody has glued this right here, so he started to build this. Does not make me as excited knowing that somebody started it, but my guess is that all the pieces are here and it's just a started project. That's okay. This is kind of like doing a live video, but not live, because I just saw for the first time what was in this box. That's how confident I am about these kinds of models when I see them, that you're going to get the value out of them, even if it's partially built. I lift this box, I go, there's stuff in there, I'm buying it. This one we found buried, we had to blow all the dust, it's still probably dusty. Dust. Anyway, I don't know the value of this, have not looked this one up. We've actually it's still all sealed and taped, but I can feel that it's in there, and I'm assuming this is going to be brand new as well. It's just another plane, and I'm waiting for the best one for last, because this one down here is amazing. This plane here, now this one's a little bit different because it's plastic. This one's a plastic and it's not a balsa wood one. So there's a lot of plastic parts in here. So this is what they're like. And then eventually you spray it with your color of paint of choice, and voila, you have an incredible, cool, vintage RC plane. You gotta love the instructions back then, right? Look at that. Look how the instructions were made. They're just anyway. I love this old stuff, and I love to look at it. And somebody's gonna love to build that, and that's cool. And now to show you the grandmaster of all this. I think that this one model right here that I'm going to show you is going to pay for everything that we bought today. This right here is beautiful, and it's going to pay for, I'm almost 100% sure it's going to pay for everything plus for just this one model. This is actually a pretty heavy box. This is probably it's more than a 25, maybe a 30-pound box of stuff, and I'm going to open it up right now and show you what's in here. Some of you don't even care, but some of you who like old stuff, Some of you like old stuff will care. And I want you to be able to see it, those that care. So, I did open this box up because I couldn't wait to see what was inside. This was, they were asking $200 when I got there. I was the first one to look at it. Offered him $150. He took it. This is a brand new kit. This is, well, let's see here if I can do this without ruining something. There. That's a brand new kit, everybody. This is an old and brand new kit. So, let me tell you what I saw a comp for on this. It's not a sold comp. I'm having a hard time finding an actual sold comp on something that is new of this model. But I did see $895, but it was sold as a best offer. So somebody offered it something under 895 bucks, and they sold it. That's about as close as I could get. So anyway, that's okay. So anyway, now we got that put away over here. Anyway, that kind of wraps it up. There was an original price to this that I forgot to add earlier, $269 back when this was made, and it's just an overall great model made in the USA. That's it. I will be throwing up sold prices or comp prices, but you'll get a little bit more information that I don't even know at this point in time while I'm making this video. I want to thank all of you for watching. I appreciate all you who have subscribed. If you're not a subscriber, it's super simple. Just hit that subscribe button and you'll be a free subscriber. How many things do you get for free nowadays? That's one of the things you can get for free. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you can watch some of my other videos if you haven't seen them yet. And I'll just keep making videos and hopefully see you on the very next one. Stay safe. Happy picking. Until next time, peace out.